Improving the understanding of mutual sexual consent to address sexual violence among rural South African teens. KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa is a place of beauty, culture, and tradition. However, intimate partner sexual violence against adolescent girls and women is an ongoing concern. A recent study from Gloria Mfeka-Nkabinde and colleagues at the University of KwaZulu-Natal examined the negotiation of sexual consent in heterosexual relationships among teenagers in rural KwaZulu-Natal. Sexual consent is the ability to choose when, how, and with whom to engage in sexual activity. This distinguishes respectful sexual relationships from sexual violence. Mfeka-Nkabinde and colleagues found that boys and girls demonstrated little understanding of mutual sexual consent. Their findings highlighted how deeply entrenched gender norms and power imbalances shape sexual negotiation and interactions. For girls, coercive and aggressive sexual behaviors can result in unintended pregnancies, sexually transmitted infections, and mental health issues. Boys, raised in a context where coercion is normalized, may not understand the harm they are causing. This can trap adolescents in cycles of aggression and submission. This study found that boys are socialized to dominate sexual negotiations, while girls are expected to submit. Many teenage boys employed coercive tactics like pleading, gift-giving, and threatening to dissolve a relationship if sex was refused. Many girls reported consenting to unwanted sex out of fear of rejection or violence. The article further highlights a disturbing trend. Boys often interpret no as yes. This may be due to a belief that refusal is part of a game or a girl's presence in a private space is implied consent. These findings align with research conducted in sub-Saharan Africa, which found that sexual consent is often implied through circumstances that suggest interest in sex, such as being alone with a partner. Breaking the cycle of sexual violence requires targeted interventions. Teaching adolescents about consent is crucial. Empowering girls to confidently assert their boundaries and educating boys about the importance of respecting those boundaries are essential steps toward creating safer spaces for adolescents. The research team emphasizes 4 key principles to guide mutual sexual consent education for teens. First, consent must be explicit and verbally communicated. Second, sexual consent is an ongoing process that can be withdrawn at any point. Third, mutual attentiveness to a partner's comfort level is essential. Finally, the researchers stress that substance use severely impairs the ability to give meaningful sexual consent. By emphasizing these principles, this research from Mfeka-Nkabinde calls for broader societal change to address gender norms, power dynamics, and a shift away from coercive sexual behaviors towards relationships built on mutual respect and equality.